Hello and welcome to Flooring Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got Magic Factory's 1/35th scale Iron Dome self-defense system. Now, to be honest with you, Magic Factory reached out to me a couple of months ago and asked me if I'd like a sample review to have a look at, which I obviously said yes. And they've sent me this kit for a review. So this isn't one of those ones I've gone out and bought myself, but it's a brand new manufacturer to me. So I thought it'd be interesting to see what we've got. Beautiful box art right the way through. Again, showing a couple of systems working, as you can see on all this one. So very nice indeed. And again, on the side here, we've got a couple of elevation views from the top and side view, so you can see sort of roughly what you've got. And then around on here, I think that's your kit number, so it's 2001. There's kit number for that one, and a little bit of blurb all about the system right the way through, and some QR codes there for some social media links. All right, so in the box we are greeted by pretty much a stuffed bag, as you can see. So we're all done in that sort of tan styrene, but again, it looks soft, but very, very nicely detailed right the way through. So we've got that one, then we've got a couple of bags all together down in here. Looks like A's. So it looks like they're all sort of twin bags because that's B. And then we've got D. Very nice as well. Gives you an idea for the size of the missiles on this thing. And then we've got down in here the main sort of chassis area. Looks nice all the way through. Gorgeous large sheet of photo etch. Very nice with that one. And then we've got, wow, we've got lots of bits and pieces. So we've got decals down in here, obviously explosive symbols, things like that. We've got some wire and some pins. So very nice indeed. We've got more decals. I'm assuming that's for the sort of launcher, I think. And then we've got two figures. So I think these are IDF type figures. So very nice one. We've got one lady with a ponytail, and then obviously we've got one with just normal long hair on there, just like that. They look very, very nice as well. So we've got a couple of figures, and you've got your instructions, which is a very skinny tool booklet. So there we go. So we've got your sprue layouts. Obviously, there's two versions down in here. You can do it as the Israeli Defense Force one, or you can do it as the US Army version. Looks like the only sort of difference between the two is maybe a couple of the aerials that are differently on that one. Anyway, moving right the way over, you've got the actual base itself, the sort of chassis, if you like, down in here. So we've got all of those parts going down there, and you're basically building up the chassis system by adding all the details down in here. We've got photo etch as well being added, as you can see, down onto all of these parts as well, giving it some really nice detail. And then we've got the back parts on there as well. And then you're making up the actual generator box. I assume this is probably the power supply and the electronics, things like that as well. So we've got all the racking systems being fitted, those being put on there as well. Then I think we've got the actual power supply module down here. Looks like a generator. You've got that set being fitted down in and being placed on. And again, two different versions down in there, depending if you're doing the IDF version or the US Army version. And then obviously we've got the controller assembly units down in here, and the various details being put down into this one, the operational system down in there. Then we've got the stabilizer system being fitted down onto here as well. So this is this sort of tower unit. And again, it looks like it's just all the same one down in there. So there we go. That's those ones on. And then down in here, we've got more details being added, all the little plating and the various parts being put down on this one. We've got the feet as well. So the feet can be swung in or out. So it looks like they're posable, which is another nice touch. So you could do it in the sort of stowed, obviously in the launcher position onto that. More photo etch being added onto those parts as well, which is another really nice touch. And then obviously just adding layer on layer. So we've got the towing equipment, I'm sure, down in here for the lifting bar to be slid on the back of the truck. Down in this one. So again, you could probably get a truck that'll take this, and there you go, you've got it mounted onto a truck as well. But anyway, all the various systems being put down there for the hydraulics and all the carrier facilities down in here. This is the missile firing control units being fitted onto this one. So that's the launcher erector, if you like, down on there. And then obviously we've got some of the blast screen accessories being fitted down the back here, protecting all the gear. Then we've got the actual missile unit itself as well. So you've got this sort of, rack system down into this one with all of those being fitted down into here. You've got your data link antennas. That's being fitted down onto that one, and then up here as well. So you can see there's different versions doing the US one and I think the other one. But again, you can have a smaller version or the other one. I think this is 38 centimeters when it's fully up. So it's no slouch. That's pretty big stuff. So very nice indeed. And again, you've got it down in the collapsed position if you wanted to do it that way for transport. And then again, you could have it all down in the down position or you can put it in the top one. So you actually got the missiles themselves, which are being fitted down into this one. And then obviously down in here, it talks about doing the decal placements and the various areas they're going to be going into. It's talking about that. It does look like this is that top-down decal, which, let's face it, we all failed miserable because no one told us when Eddard did them. But it looks like it's the same system. So you're putting that one down, knocking it all down, and then peeling off the carrier film. So it looks like it's carrier film last on that one, which is fair enough. Lots of decals really to add detail and bring it all to life down in there. So you've got the IDF version, or you've got the US one. I'm sure the decals are exactly the same all the way through. That looks very, very nice indeed. Okay, so some of the parts that we get down in here, these are these decals. I'm not going to worry getting them out because we know what decals look like. But as you see, a closer look, very nice indeed. I think that'll add lots of nice detail. And again, on the other one down in here, as you can see, they'll be absolutely fine, no problem. And then some of the little highlights. So we've got these pins down in here and tubes, and this little bit of wiring as well for that antenna as it goes up. So again, it's a little bit of sprung wire, so it's got a bit of memory into that one. We've got this gorgeous sheet of photo etch, which will really add some nice detail down into this one, as you can see. So a lot of those blast effectors and various bits and pieces down in there like that. But it's very nice stuff. It's quite thin, so that'll be good. We got these two figures we've spoken about. We'll do all the little bits first. So again, we've got two figures down in here, which look really nice. Very well done. And then we're into the plastic. So let's start with the chassis. So, as we can see, this is sprue C. Looks very nice. I thought the plastic looked really, really soft, but actually it's not. It's okay, so here we go. We got sprue C, and I thought the plastic actually looked quite soft. I don't think it is actually. It's quite hard plastic. It's quite nice. So again, all the ejector pins don't look like there's too many, but they're very, very much on par. They're just a little bit shallow, which is nice, so they'll be easy to sand out for anyway. You've got the sort of checkerboard effects and things like that onto this one, and the details look really, really nice. Got the cooling vanes down in here. That all looks really good. So again, if we just pop along here, you've got your side chassis. That's that with the details. And we've got that floor, the main base. Again, looking very nice. I said on the underside, they're there, but they're just pretty much on par. They're just a little bit shallow. A little bit recessed, those ejector pins, so they'll be easy to deal with. Okay, so this is sprue D. You can see just down in here, and again, very nice. Nice and crisp plastic all the way through. There's no flash or anything else like that. There's no visible sink marks that I can see. Generally, it's very, very nice indeed. So if we just move into here, you can see we've got the various equipment and parts all the way through. There's that big A-frame. And then obviously down in here, this is your antenna, and there's one of the missiles. So you've got a little missile for scale. So again, very, very nice indeed. And then obviously on the flip side, again, very clean, tidy kit. So let's do the launcher. So I'm assuming these are all A. So we've got 4 A's down in here, all exactly the same. Let me just grab one. So you can see down in here, this is the actual main set for them. So obviously it laminates, so you just stack up one on top of the other. Then we got the bits on top. So again, very nicely done on those. Good, clean. It's actually got that real solid feel to the plastic. It's quite nice when you're dealing with sort of, you know, sort of cubes and various sizes like that. That's very nice. Then we've got some more of the hydraulic areas, I do believe. So again, another match pair, 2 down in here like that. So down in here, as you can see, nice and clean. Sprue tabs for the smaller parts, very, very nice indeed. So that's very good. Beautifully done. And then last up, we've got this bigger sprue here. Oh, cut the bit's gone rogue. Yeah, very clean, tidy, solid moulding. The bolt heads are really sharp. The details are sharp and crisp. I always think there's always a good time when you run your finger over it and it feels quite sharp to the touch, because that means it's crisp details right the way through. So again, see it around on here. Very nice indeed. All the parts. So again, over on the flip side. Very nice. Like it a lot. Again, I've never seen anything from Magic Factory before. I don't know if they're in with other companies and that, but looking at it, this isn't a brand new company who's just put out their first kit. So it wouldn't be surprised if they are from somebody else. I think it's really, really nice. This is one of these kits I can actually see myself building, and I probably will. So we'll look out for a video build on this one in the near future, because it's quite a compact, nice design. You can do lots of things with weathering with it and with painting. You can set it into a mini little diorama. You can add other equipment to it. And I said before, if you wanted to pop it on the back of a lorry, I think that would look really cool, you know, to have one of these, either offloading it, mid-offload, something else like that. It would just make an absolutely fantastic diorama. So there we go. That's Magic Factory's 1/35 scale Iron Dome air defense system.